On September 26, 2022, Anthony Graziano murdered his wife and abducted his teenage daughter, Savannah, triggering a massive Amber Alert. He was the focus of a statewide manhunt for nearly 24 hours until a gas station clerk spotted his white Nissan Frontier the following morning.
Sheriff Dispatch, Michelle speaking. How may I help you?
Hey, Michelle. I'm calling from Store 200 at the Pilot Travel Center at Kramer Junction.
Hi.
Hey, I just called a little while ago and reported, the Amber Alert that was on for yesterday? With a little girl and her dad.
What's the address you called for?
The address is 5725 Highway 58.
1 second. Okay, I see your call. What's going on?
I'm sorry?
I see your call. What's going on?
I think it's the girl and I think it's the dad. They're going towards Barstow right now.
Okay.
I have a picture of the little girl that was in the front. She came in and got 2 sodas from me. And then number 8 in the guest came to me and told me it's the same Nissan Frontier and everything. They faked like they were going down south on the 395 and they turned around. And you can see him going in front of our cameras. And he said he ended up going east at 58 towards Barstow.
Hey, sir, are you approaching Linwood? I'm sorry, can I? Are you approaching the Linwood exit? Yeah, that's a firm. Yeah, there's a white pickup truck probably doing 100 miles an hour east. Yeah, that's the one I'm trying to catch up to. It's Nissan Frontier. Hey, Kimmy, step it up. He's going to be about a half mile in front of you. Sam 1, number 3 lane. Straddling number 4, still trying to catch up to it. Coming up on OCD. And speeds are over 113. And Sam 1, if I could get a CHP unit, maybe has a charger to keep up to them.
I copy. They were advised. They didn't give me their locations on where they were.
Shots fired, shots fired.
I copy. Shots fired.
Taking rounds. Shots fired. Oh, shots fired.
I copy. Taking rounds.
Still northbound, number 1. Watch out, watch out, watch out. K9, are you okay? I got to check on K9. He's off in the desert. Advise your status. Number 1 lane, still northbound. Correction, southbound. K95, shots fired. Code 4. Give me an airship and some additional units. Still southbound, number 1 lane.
Taking fire at highway speeds is a tactical nightmare for any officer. Getting air support overhead was the only way to manage the chaos and provide the situational awareness the ground units desperately needed to stay safe.
Advise our units to stay out of it.
Right shoulder, passing the car carrier. Okay, you got it?
Hey, Sergeant, you guys want us to try shutting down the freeway? 15 south over by 11.
Just slow down here.
I'm going to concentrate
on the perimeter on the
east shoulder again.
And just be careful, keep your head down.
Information for students. Report a shot fired near 15 Alpha Drive.
We'll wait for him to see if he's committed southbound still.
You need the binos, Jeremy?
Let them know I'm
ICS volume.
if you can, let them know I'm recording.
Bridgeville 882.
Further the station KB 486.
Bridgeville 882, we're overhead. We have the camera on the suspect. We're recording audio and video.
Camera on the suspect, recording audio and video.
Oh wait, coming up. He's going to shoulder.
He's coming up to the shoulder for the suspect. Okay. Where are we at here?
Dale, passing Dale.
Unit 10 trailing over the overpass a half mile north of North Stoddard.
Suspect vehicle southbound passing North Stoddard now.
H82, number 1 lane, crossing over North Stoddard.
Team Paul 24, suspect vehicles in the number 1 lane, southbound 15, just fired a shot out the passenger window.
And we're getting...
Still shooting, he's still firing.
Actively firing out of the driver's side window.
I flipped the video, and then that's when I caught the back end of him. And then I didn't expect the gun to pop out. shooting at me or at the cops, but it kind of looked like he was aiming at me. I mean, I don't know.
What part of the car did you see the gun come out of?
The passenger, right out passenger side, right here, right out the side. Just leaning out, just open fire.
And was it the driver or was it someone else in the car?
It must have been someone else because someone was still driving the truck.
This witness statement was a total game changer for the officers. Once they heard reports of a gun coming from the passenger side, their perspective shifted from a rescue mission to dealing with an active shooter threat.
Coming to a dead stop up here. There's going to be way too much backdrop for us to engage if he does end up exiting and making contact with you guys. If he gets in the desert. Alright, well, 22, I got y'all. He's leaving in and out of traffic, actually firing. Alright, dude, he just pulled out. He's making a U-turn. Left orbit. He's exiting at main, but he's using the on-ramp to exit. No wrong way. Watch these deputies. Hey, deputies, he's coming right after on the exit. Hey, you guys, he's going to lose control here as he goes up that embankment. Do we have units on Bear Valley? He's stalling out. Alright, dude, I'm get the 140, dude. Everybody's got a rifle. Dude. Let me know when open door. You're clear. You're clear. I'm ready for that. Shots fired. Shots fired. Units back up. Take some cover. Take some cover. We have zero backdrop on the southbound lanes. Take your cover. Put out that shots are being fired. Shots are fired. Shots are fired. He's continuing to shoot at the deputy. Girls out. Alright, girls out, guys. Female Judy is out. She's out on the passenger side. Does anyone else have eyes in the vehicle to see if we have any other passengers inside? Oh, no.
The aerial footage shows the moment everything went wrong, but it does not tell the full story. The radio traffic from the deputy on the ground reveals the massive breakdown in communication during those final seconds.
Passenger, get out! Passenger, get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Passenger, get out! Get out! Come here! Come here! Come here! Hey! 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 Come here! Come to me! Come to me! Come to me! Come to me! Come! 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 Walk! 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 Hey! Stop! Stop shooting her! He's in the car! Stop! She's okay! He's in the car! Stop!
As the Nissan stops, Savannah exits toward the officers. She is unarmed, but wearing a tactical vest and helmet. Despite a nearby deputy's desperate screams for a ceasefire, the officers on the hill, seeing only a tactical threat, open fire. Anthony Graziano was pronounced dead at the scene, and Savannah Graziano also tragically succumbed to her injuries. When investigators finally cleared the Nissan Frontier, they located multiple firearms and hundreds of rounds of ammunition. They also recovered flashbangs, smoke grenades, body armor, and tactical helmets inside the truck. This entire case serves as a haunting study of what happens when extreme pressure and a breakdown in information sharing collide. It is easy to look at this through a screen and find fault, but in the heat of a gunfight, adrenaline can create a dangerous level of tunnel vision. To the officers positioned at a distance and higher elevation, they did not see a teenage girl looking for help. Because Anthony had equipped her with tactical gear and a helmet, she physically mirrored the description of a threat moving toward their partners. At the same time, you have a deputy just feet away who recognized Savannah and was desperately screaming for a ceasefire. It leaves us with a heavy, uncomfortable question that has no simple answer. Was this tragedy an inevitable outcome of the violent environment created by Anthony Graziano? Or was it a fundamental failure in police coordination? We want to hear your perspective on where the accountability lies in a situation this complex. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you find these deep dives into critical incidents valuable, consider subscribing to join the Blue Line Raw community. Thank you for spending your time with us, and we hope you have a great day.